This is the most disturbing thing I have ever seen in my career, and I desperately need your guys' help. No music on this video. I'm not even a say pawn man. It's inappropriate. I had a customer reach out and tell me that they have this old book of photos from World War II. It's been in their family for a while, and they wanted me to try and sell it. I said, okay, not knowing what I was getting into. Now, the book starts out, okay, the soldier is stationed in Southeast Asia, probably around 1937, 1938, he goes over there, and it starts out okay. We see the domain of the Golden Dragon. This is like kind of a gimmick thing. You get this for crossing the 180th meridian. And this person, he's a great photographer. He's photographing life in China and Southeast Asia before World War II really ramped up. However, so many incredible, well-done photographs. This guy not only was a great photographer, he had a great camera, but the pictures start to get more war-related here. And then I got to this page, and I cannot show you guys what's beyond this page. And I had no idea. When I got that book on Monday, and I opened it up and I got beyond that page, I screamed. Somehow, that guy who took those photos was present for the rape of Nanking, and he took about 30 photographs that are unknown to history that are worse than anything I've seen on the internet in color. And those photos are in black and white. If you guys don't know about the rape of Nanking, this is the script for it. I'm going to film a TikTok explaining what it is probably tomorrow. In short, it's one of the worst human atrocities of all time. One of the worst acts of World War II. One of the worst things to ever happen in human history. I majored in Japanese studies, and we covered the rape of Nanking. And I remember my professors telling me that photographic evidence was mostly destroyed by the Japanese. There are very, very few photographs out there. And this guy took photos of things that I've read about in books that I didn't even realize anybody had ever documented before. The simple fact is, and here's what I need your guys' help for. I don't own that book. I'm not going to buy it. I probably couldn't even afford it. I have no idea what it's worth. It's probably very, very expensive, but the simple fact is a museum needs to take that. Even though those photographs are horrible, if it was up to me, I'd make viewing those photos mandatory for everyone on Earth. I can't sell it to a private collector. I simply won't do it, and I don't want to send it back to this guy because these photos need to be seen and documented and preserved. History is doomed to repeat itself, and the only way that we can do that is if we learn from our mistakes by preserving the past and studying it and talking about it. I can't show you the Nanking photos. I can show you these just to give you an idea of the incredible photos in this book. Do you guys have any idea how rare it is to see Japanese cavalry? So what I need from you guys is to blow this video up so the proper channels can see that I have it and contact me. Either tag a museum, a historical society, a news outlet, because the contents of this book need to be preserved and studied and known to everyone. There's people that deny the rape of Nanking, and part of their argument for that is, well, there's such little evidence. Guess who just found some? So please help me, you guys, so that I can get this to the proper place where it can be preserved forever.
Hey guys, I'm also not going to play any music during this video because I agree with him. This subject matter is extremely serious. But if you're like me, after you saw this video, you kind of looked up or you were curious what the rape of Nanking is. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background, a little bit of context on what he's talking about. Basically, during this battle back in the 1930s, over 200,000 people were killed, and they say maybe 20,000 women were raped, and people were mutilated, and just war crimes were committed against people of all ages, children, babies included. When I looked up the Nanking Massacre, you can actually see a few photos that are really gruesome. I didn't put any of those here, but, you know, if you guys want to pause and read, I used two resources. I used Wikipedia, and I also used Britannica.com, and it all pretty much says the same thing. After the Chinese surrender at Nanking, basically over the next several weeks, Japanese soldiers carried out the orders of their general, Matsui Iwani, and they say up to 200,000 people were killed, and war crimes were committed against civilians as well as soldiers and children, and up to 20,000 rapes of people of all ages. This general was executed for war crimes, but as he mentioned, there are people that denied any of this happened, and that's why what he just found, or what was just brought into him, is so important. So If you guys want to research this more, it is on the internet, but I'm going to warn you, the pictures I showed are not as bad as a lot of the pictures that I found when I was researching this.